All right. Hello there, and welcome to Fridays with Tab and Chance. I am Tabitha Brown, and this is my husband.
I'm Chance. What's up?
Bring the beat in.
Friday. Wait a minute. You gotta get your energy up.
I'm sleepy, babe.
No, you gotta get your energy
I tried
up.
to do.
Nah.
I really tried to project just now.
Nah. Friday. I need you to get listen to this.
I
But
took
we're doing this or not.
I took my goalie extra sleep. I was trying it out last night. I took one, but I took it too late, and so I'm still sleeping.
Nah, I need you to get it together.
Okay, let's do
All right,
it.
here we go. Fridays with Tab and Chance.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Fridays with Tab and Chance. Your voice sounds a little deep.
That's my.
Friday.
I'm sleepy,
No,
and I ate a little bit too.
Look,
I might have to get a little coffee today.
Come on up out of it, man. Got to get the people what they.
Got to give the people what they want. Speaking of giving the people what they want, today's topic
Came in with some smoke on it.
we're going to just call her Ms Deborah, because it could be anybody, okay? We're not going to read it verbatim, but what she said was, how do you get your partner to finally do something and stop complaining about not having no money? She want to go somewhere. She want to make some memories. She want to do some things. But money is always the excuse. How do we move past that? She also said it's been 20 years. Since I don't know, that's y'all business, but I'll say this.
Is this like me going to Africa?
No, I believe this is a little
different.
This is a little different.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna mess around, go to Africa, and you're gonna be at the house. And you
I'm-
all right with
and
it.
I'm all right
but
with
we
that.
do other things.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I will, from experience, so now because we don't know your life and nobody else's, this is us. When I was growing up, my family took vacations, right? We always, my daddy and my mama, they always planned for us to go places, whether it was to the lake or to the beach or the amusement parks, to the mountains. We always had things that we did as a family for like vacation. And we had these great memories that I still hold on to, right? And so when me and Chance first got together, we was broke for a very long time, okay? But it was always important to me to make memories because I remember like how much fun that stuff was. And I still, hold on to those memories. And it's also the only thing I have left of my mother, right? I understand how important memories are, like of my grandparents. That's all I have is memories, right? So when we first got together, I would be like, let's go do such and such. And we would go and do certain things, even if we didn't have no money. And I remember my mama used to do things and we had no money and we would do things that didn't require money, right? Like go sightseeing, So we would do things, but it did come to a time where I kind of got a little frustrated because I was like, why you ain't thinking of stuff for us to go do? Like we need to be making memories. But I realized he wasn't raised the same way I was raised, right, babe? Mm-hmm. So vacations and going places was not something he was used to. So it was not even a thing that he thought of. And so we had to get to the root of why he didn't care to do it, right? In my mind, it was like, you don't want to make memories with me. But in the reality, it was he didn't even know how to begin that thought process. And so years of me planning and us going places, it became something he actually started to enjoy and look forward to doing, right? I remember the first time we went to the LA car show, because I love cars, right? And crazy enough, Chance loved cars too.
I love cars.
But it was never a thought that he was like, oh, let's go to this car show. But I did it 1 year for his birthday, and then it was like, every year we're going to the LA car show, right? So I think that you're waiting for your partner to initiate, when you also can be the person that says, let me show you what I enjoy that we both might enjoy. You can plan some things. I had to do that. Now, I did get to, have those moments where I was frustrated, and I was like, hey, baby, now listen. Every time we go somewhere, why I gotta only be me to plan it? Why you can't plan something, right? Because you start thinking, it's like a gift. It's like, if you don't get me a gift, that means you ain't thinking of me. It can be the same with planning, whether it's dinner or vacation. It's the same thing. You're like, you can plan something for us to enjoy, because then I'm thinking, oh, you're really thinking about what I might enjoy and some time I might need, right? So that's my take, just to start the conversation. What you think, babe?
I agree, but from my perspective, going back to how you started and how you raised, it does play a significant role. We found there were no vacations. First of all, we weren't going nowhere. There were no vacations.
No extravagance. We might went to the beach.
It wouldn't. So how I defined, we did vacation, but how I defined vacation was different from how you defined vacation in your home. Vacation was, hey, listen, let's make the best out of our home and our time that we have away from school, away from work, here at the house or here in the community. And it was about being safe, you know what I mean? About being, about getting the most out of your time, dollar, and everything. And what that really came down to was vacation meant I didn't have to go do what I usually do. And we get the cookout.
That's
cookouts. Yeah, and when I say a cookout, like cookouts from my childhood, hanging out with with the people in the neighborhood, with family, friends, stuff like that. That's how we looked at a vacation. It was not like necessarily just destinations. It wasn't until I got older, and that didn't require a whole lot of planning, right? So it was just more so like, hey, we here, we got each other, we got food on the grill, we got people playing spades, we got people having a good time. Why you want to do something else, right? Like everybody want to come to our house or come over here. So you kind of get trapped in that thinking, and that's what we define now as being a homebody. But when you partner with somebody, you owe it to them to knock those walls down. You know what I mean? And try to get out there and do more. In our case, Tab started out as being the person who did it, and I just found comfort in it. It's like, hey man, Tab gonna figure out this weekend, whatever she wanna go do, we're gonna go do. Until that runs its course and that person starts running out of ideas of things to do, then it's like, hey, all right, now you gotta do your part. And you don't have the excuse anymore of how you was raised in the cookouts. You gotta, listen.
Because I had cookouts too, but I wanna go somewhere.
It became a point, I think, where I had to come to terms with the fact that, Chance, you've been with Tab longer than you was doing those cookouts. So you gotta do something else now, bro. That you've been doing what y'all have been doing, y'all being the two of you, longer than you did that growing up. So this is more of the custom than what you keep going back to.
Touch on the fact she's saying that his complaint is that they don't have money to do so.
So yeah, that's okay. So that is a concern, right? And sometimes a concern may not be necessarily that you don't have, and we do this, not necessarily that you don't have enough money. you don't have enough money to do it how you want to do it. Because I'm very particular about that. You always want to give your family the best experience. So anything less than that is not worthy of doing it. And that's not necessarily true. Because the best experience, and I still deal with this. Like when I want to do something for my wife, because of who she is and what she does, I'm like, nope, she gonna get the best. I want her in the front row. I want her to have the best. I want her to have the best. Where's the best? I'll literally say that. Like, no, what's the best? What's the best they have? And if they say, well, the best is already sold out, whatever, but we got this right here, I'm like, nope, we'll wait the next time. And that can kind of get in the way. And sometimes, well, most times that gets in the way of, that's more about you than it is about the family and the experience. So I know sometimes we can kind of do that to ourselves. And I think that stems from that early, you better wake up.
I'm a bamboo.
I seen you, and I felt that yawn on my ear.
I didn't yawn.
I think
in your ear.
I think sometimes too that it stems from that whole. It can also stem from when I hear 20 years, I hear
contentment.
No, I hear hardship. I hear that y'all have endured some things. I hear that you guys, the 20 years ain't nothing to take lightly. That y'all have probably went through some things that he may not realize that it's okay now to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? And that is a difficult thing if you have been providing and been the protector. It's still your job to make sure that you don't go backwards. And sometimes it's difficult for us to realize that, listen, we made it. We okay. We deserve this.
Yeah. But sometimes it can also be contentment.
It can be contentment.
It goes back to being a homebody. You're so content with doing the routine of staying at home that you have convinced yourself that you don't have the financials to do it because you're so used to routine. But you can plan to do something different, right? Without the fear of it's going to cause everything to fall apart. A lot of people take, one vacation a year, and these travel agencies, honey, they look for those people. Right. And you can pay $100 a month, $50 a month sometimes to take a cruise and pay for it all year long. So then you can have it, so that if money is an issue, you take a little bit at a time.
Yeah, I didn't. What I was getting at, I kind of got off track. Don't compare your vacation and your experience to anybody
else's.
I found myself doing that, like hearing about other people's, and I'm like, and then when something would come up for us, I would be like, nah, but I heard that they can do it. They got a better experience that I would like for us to do. And then we wouldn't go. That's comparing your life to other people's, and that can stop you from living at all. They getting to live their life, but you over here comparing yours to theirs, and you're not being able to enjoy the experience or your partner in the experience. So I just wanted to come back to that.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is this. I know when it comes to like doing a whole lot of in-depth planning, man, listen, I struggle with it. I really do. I be like, man, that's God's way telling us we don't need to go, right?
Y'all see my eye twitching right here.
That's God's way of saying we don't need to go. This ain't supposed to be this difficult. I got the money, we got the time, but it seemed like obstacles keep presenting itself.
That's what happens when you don't do it often enough.
And that's exactly what I was getting at. That's just your anxieties or your inexperience in doing it. Push through it and get it done, and enjoy the experience. And then also, don't be afraid to tell your spouse, I don't want to go unless it's me and you. Because sometimes that can be the hiccup. You ain't had that conversation to be like,
or vice versa.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because to your point,
you gotta be able
having
to
the cookouts and all that family, I only want to go with just me and you.
You, yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I don't want to go with a group of people, We see them people all the time.
All the time.
I want to spend some quality time, especially if you have children, or not. But if you have children and maybe the children are finally out the house, or they're of an age where you feel safe and comfortable with leaving them with somebody, this ain't a family vacation. I might need some one-on-one time with my partner.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do some other things with the kids later, but I need some time with you. We parenting all the time.
Yeah.
We husband and wifing, and we doing all these things. I want to break from all of that and just be in love on vacation.
You'd be surprised at what that conversation. See it, JR? Never fails. Here she go.
All I said, I just want to be in love on vacation without them kids. So you can make noise. I'm tired of whispering. Somebody come, amen. Somebody said, amen, Sam. Tired of doing all that whispering. You need to go so you can scream.
So, Ms. Deborah, let me finish helping you.
Ms. Deborah probably need to, I don't know y'all situation.
So,
she tired of that quiet sex.
So you will be surprised if you have these kind of conversations and you say, hey, look, and neither one of you get offended by it. If you can have this conversation and talk about what you want out of the vacation, you will be able to get past the finances, because once you come to an agreement about what both of you really want from the vacation or what you need at that moment, that can make things inexpensive. So okay, that's what we want, and you can plan it together, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of alleviate some of the anxieties or the uninterest, or is that the word? Where you can kind of alleviate them. Yeah, where you can make a person interested, in other words, and enough to where they can say, okay, let's go try it. We in this together type thing in our thinking and in the physical.
And I think a good way to start the conversation, right, without, because to Chance's point, it can be frustrating when you try to tell your partner something and 20 years is a long time, so you've been holding some stuff in. This might be an argument, but to prevent it being an argument, maybe you show him this video. Hey, honey, how you doing? I hope you all right. Okay, everybody calm down. But say, tell me what you need to feel comfortable. Let's talk about what we need to feel, for you to feel comfortable in us taking a vacation, and how we can plan to get there, right? Because we all have our own anxieties when it comes to things. And when it comes to vacation, for a long time, we didn't go anywhere because we had no money, like out of the country or like big vacations. But then when we did start getting a little bit of money, Chance always had a little anxiety when it came to traveling outside of the country. It took him time to get there. But also the anxiety of planning things and thinking you doing it wrong or that it ain't gonna be right. Talk about what the anxieties are and what the fears are, financial fears. Also, we didn't want to go nowhere when our kids were very small, because we just didn't trust nobody to keep them with us being gone that long or gone too far.
And be able to be honest.
And be honest about it.
Yeah, be able to be honest.
Don't allow.
I don't want your parents. Listen, we're gonna give them some examples about what will create anxiety about leaving your comfort zone. You don't trust the people who keeping your kids. That's one of the highest ones, where it's like, man, I ain't listening. Or what if something happened to us while we out there? What, my kids, right? Like, it's real anxiety.
Real anxiety, and it's a valid feeling.
Yeah,
but you can't allow yourself to live in fear to where it keeps you from
living. Yeah, from living.
Right? So it prevents you from having an experience.
And the easiest one I know for most men to go back to, rather than having a conversation and saying it without sounding weak or unrealistic or whatever, is finances. If you ain't got, if I can convince you that we don't have the money, I ain't got to tap into this other stuff.
Yeah. But if y'all put together a plan.
But if you put together a plan, and if you learn to talk to your partner and find out and be able to hear it without laughing at them, without ridicule,
In a real conversation with no argument.
Tab has this desire to go to Africa, right? And I don't, right? No disrespect to Africa. I'll say this, not yet. I realized in the beginning it was finances, right? But what I realized after our finances allow us to do things is that I just like the idea of, I don't know a whole lot about our own country, right? I'm not well traveled within our own country. And I just have a preference of how I want to do it. And we also came to terms with how she defines a vacation and how I define a vacation in terms of, and it's real simple. Some of the things that we don't see eye to eye on is vacation to me is less about learning and tourism and more about fun and activities. So if we're planning and I hear more about tourism and learning, I'm more like, okay, that's not a vacation, right? We've talked about it and now we have an understanding and I'm like, all right, not yet, because what I'm hearing is that sounds like something that I'm not ready to do yet. We spent a whole lot of time trying to get to a certain point where discipline was at the head of our household. And we had to sacrifice each other's time and not being able to have a lot of fun and do things. So I'm more so in the mindset now. It's like, let's go have fun. Let's have fun. And then it's, okay, we're gonna have fun with the kids. Not this time, we're not gonna have fun with the kids. It's gonna be us, fun. So once we got to that point where we can have that discussion and I can say that out loud without feeling like, irresponsible or then, or you doing something wrong, because there's a sense of guilt where you're like, man, is it wrong for me to say I want my kids to go to this? Or I want to do this with just her? Or I want to go do this by myself, right? Because we've never been able to do it. It's all a new space. Once we got to that point, we were able to then have better conversations about traveling alone, about, what we're going to do next, and find peace in it. And now it seems like, okay, all right, I need these kind of baby steps before I take that long one. I need to have this experience. I don't like seeing this on my vacation. I don't want to experience this type of thing or be in this mindset when I go there. That's not a vacation to me. It helped with the process.
I just wanted to come back to something that you said about having fun. How you don't think going on a safari in Africa to see the lions and the giraffes and the rhinoceros and the gorillas, how that ain't fun, babe?
Because I'm thinking about them eating me, chasing me, hunting me. That ain't fun. Fun is Dubai driving a Corvette on the ocean.
Man, that
fun.
salt was burning our face.
But it was fun. My face was on fire, but I was having fun.
They have the most beautiful beaches in Africa. We can do all that over there.
Yeah, but that's not what you led with. You led with lions, tigers, and bears. You led with lions. You led with us being preyed on.
They don't have tigers and bears over there. We going to see the lions and the giraffes. It's like a beautiful, and we're going back to the motherland.
That ain't, okay, we can do that. But that ain't, I'm just saying.
This leads me to the next part of this, that we're going.
And Tab always want to do the most dangerous stuff.
I don't want to do dangerous. I want to do a safe safari. We're going to be in the little car. I ain't trying to go out there and walk, although I would to go. I won't take you to that one. But when they go out to, like is it Uganda, or for the gorillas, and they take you out and you get to walk with the people that work out there to make sure that they stay safe and
them people can't make sure them gorillas are safe.
Well, they do. They keep the people from hunting them.
But no. They keeping the gorilla safe. They can't keep you safe.
Yes, they can.
You see what I'm talking about?
They tell you what to do.
See, this is the kind of conversation you got to be able to have with your partner. But your partner got to be able to hear you.
I hear you. That's why I wouldn't even take you over there. I'm gonna go over there so I can see the gorillas in their natural environment from afar. But you saw how that one man.
No, don't try to say from afar now.
But no, so you saw when they was out there and the gorilla walked by, and he just grabbed her and then let her go, like pulled her in the.
That's the part.
She was like doing the picture, and he just grabbed her and then he just let her go.
Yeah, that's part of the video they wanted you to see. They ain't gonna show you when he tossed her tail up in the tree.
Babe, but can you imagine me being able to say a gorilla just pulled me a little bit? The Lord is not gonna let him do no harm to me. I'm one with the animals. We all one out here. Me and the animal. You saw how the camel saw me when we was out there in Dubai. The camel said, "I set a falcon free." They know. They know his tail. When I come, the gorilla probably gonna do me like this, open arms. I'm probably not gonna hug it, but it's gonna be like, "Hey, Tab," and I would be like, "Hey, family, you gonna miss all that."
I'm cool with it. I'll be somewhere sipping on something. Waiting to get on the next jet ski. I'm gonna be somewhere swimming. I'm gonna be somewhere.
You can only jet ski so much. You gotta have these experiences, these memories.
Them some good memories.
This is what Ms Deborah probably tried to get her husband for the last 20 years to do.
You know everything, because everything you're talking about is watching, right?
No, it's taking it. It's an experience.
They got, they do like a phenomenal job on Netflix.
I don't want to do that.
We're putting out these documentaries, and it looked like it's coming right out the TV. We got a nice TV. But I'm talking about actually.
So this is what I'll leave y'all with. You can also take trips
with your
girlfriends. There are travel groups that you can join. A travel group. There's like organizations. There's so many different groups out there now. But it's all right to have like your boys have their group. They travel. Your girls group, y'all travel.
How many of y'all want to go to Africa with Tab?
Should we put together a Tab to Africa trip, and we all go?
And we're going to, the fellas, we're going to Vegas. We're going to go to Vegas.
Y'all know Chan's gonna be 45, his birthday.
Vegas.
We're gonna probably be in Vegas.
Blackjack, little poker. We're gonna have a good time. I play, and I usually play the $15, $25
He be on the table for 4 hours.
I be having the time of my life.
$300 for 4 hours.
Have the time of my life.
I could have spent that $300 and got me a nice safari.
Beautiful cigar lounge, man. We have a good time.
That's your business, babe.
Hey, we go down there.
You know what? If that's what you want for your birthday, I'm gonna make sure
what we're gonna do.
And for my birthday, I'm gonna take you to Africa.
I'm gonna take you. We can send you to Africa.
All of us. If I gotta go to Vegas for your birthday, you gotta go to Africa for mine. All right, but thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all heard that? Chance going to take me to Africa for my birthday.
I ain't told that lie. You told that lie. I ain't told that lie.
Roll it back to where he said, I want the best for my wife. I
want the best for you.
And I want my wife to have what she wants.
I'm going to tell you what.
Roll it back to that.
I'm going to tell you what. This is what we can do. We can go to Africa, right? I'm going to go to Africa with you. Okay? I'm going to go to Africa with you. I ain't going out there with them lions, though, with you. You can get on.
We did it in Dubai.
I ain't going out. If we're no lions in Dubai,
wildlife.
I'm not going into the wildlife. That's it. I will be at the hotel, and it's got to be the best.
You have to go on the safari.
Listen, me and my son will be sitting on the beach.
Remember all the years.
I ain't going out there.
Just do this.
I'm not getting on that little white truck with the little cameraman on the top and the little man. I'm not getting on that.
One time.
Them elephants. You see that where that elephant ran that woman down?
One time. Take this into thought for me, please. Remember all the years I used to love going to the zoo. And then the last couple of years that we went, I said, this don't feel right. It started to connect to me. I was like, this was before I was vegan. I said, these animals supposed to be free.
I do remember that, baby.
I don't like this. We can't support this no more, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And so, wouldn't you want to see your wife be able to see those same animals that she loves in their natural habitat being free? and being able to just witness them like out in the distance for a few minutes?
No. I would love to be able to give you the opportunity to go do it, but I don't necessarily have to see it. If you just remember back to a couple of our videos when I said, I ain't always got to be there. Some things just belong to you. I ain't got to be on the stage when you get your award. I'm okay. Look at my baby up there. It's yours. Just like Africa. We're going to get you over to Africa, but I ain't getting on that little white truck. I don't fit them leopards and all that. No.
If it's completely safe.
It ain't completely safe.
People do it all the time.
And now we got people who got pure evidence of elephants chasing and flipping them trucks over.
They know.
Lines up and getting up in that.
Now they're getting up in not living right.
We think we living right. We don't, listen.
The Lord is going to see us through and give us a great experience. We're going to take the whole family.
We're going to take, listen, I can tell you right now, I can absolutely tell you, we can take the whole family. I can tell you the people who ain't going to go with you.
My son going.
You think Quentin's going?
Yep.
Okay, so let me,
Leah going. You think Leah already told me she want to go.
Leah probably crazy.
Already, she just told me she
okay, go down the list then.
And Troy's going.
You can't even say that. Choice is not
is going.
Choice will not get in there.
Yes,
she's not. No, she's too much like her daddy.
She's a Leo.
She like,
that's
right.
She want to see the line. She told me that. And her and Leo both are Leos. Nick will go with me.
Yeah, because he crazy.
Well, we going.
You think?
Y'all see time? We might go to
so
for the new year.
You think my mama gonna go?
Yes, she'll go.
Then you got enough family to support you. Then you don't need me.
Oh, this is a little setup.
I'll be sitting at the beach, waiting on y'all to get back.
You going back? And until then,
I don't think you set a good example for Ms. Deborah.
But no, this type of conversations y'all have, Ms. Deborah. You should remember all the other stuff, but see, if you dealing with this, good luck.
Listen, it was a compromise. We gonna go.
Babe, just listen.
But I ain't getting in that truck.
Just take some time. Right now you're reacting out of emotion.
No, I'm not.
Without knowledge.
This is rational thinking. This is what you call compromise in a marriage. I didn't say that we didn't have the money to go. I didn't say that we couldn't go. I said we'll go, but when we get there,
you ain't going.
One of the events, one of the things that you want to go do.
That's the only thing I want to do.
I ain't go. We're going over there just so you can do the safari.
Yep. Now what?
Now it don't make sense financially.
Okay, I got it then. I got it. You don't want to go to the safari.
Yeah, I don't want to do the safari.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to do that.
So then the first place we'll go will be Kenya, and we will stay at Giraffe Manor. And then we ain't gotta go to the safari.
You talking about where the giraffes be eating off your plate and stuff? The video you showed me where you eating and the giraffe really come in and start eating off your plate.
Yeah, but then we right up there.
I don't want no giraffe tongue all in my food.
But you ain't gotta eat it, that's for them.
No. I seen the video where the people was trying to sit down and eat. Giraffe stick his head into the little thing and eat. Nah, babe, I ain't.
But babe, it ain't a safari.
You know a giraffe can kill you with his neck. Like hit a human like that, pow, and you gone. Pow. People gotta start respecting these animals' space.
We do respect them. That's why I want to do it from a distance.
And if you ain't from a distance, if you eating and the giraffe can drop right in.
But that's his space, so I'm gonna let him have it, and I'm not gonna stop him.
No. All right, close this out because you ain't setting a good example. I tried to compromise.
You're not setting a good example.
I said we could go. The man after 20 years said he couldn't. You ain't going. We ain't got no money for it.
All right,
we ain't got no money for
that. Ms. Deb and your loved one, I hope y'all have a good conversation.
Look, we tried to help y'all.
Y'all are able to have an amazing vacation, even if it is a picnic in the park. A cabin out in the woods somewhere for 2 days, or overnight stay at a hotel. Do a staycation locally, but sit down, have a good conversation, without argument. Show them this video, but stop it at about 26 minutes, probably. Don't let them see all that chance.
No, he gonna get it. It's compromise. You gotta compromise in marriage.
And y'all have an amazing vacation. All right, very good. Next Fridays with Tab and Chance will be live from Africa in the safari. It's Fridays with Tab and Chance. Babe, oh my God, babe. Fridays with Tab and Chance from Africa?
If we go to the city,
No.
be good.
In the safari.
I ain't doing no safari. I ain't doing no Tab and Chance. Ain't
Tab
no
and
safari.
Chance.
We gonna be able
What
to
if
beat.
what if
You
somebody
know, you know you're gonna be calling on some wildlife being.
What if?
Absolutely not.
What if they be like, oh, we will fly you here, we'll pay for your whole trip, and we'll give you some money.
I'm good. I got my own money. I ain't going out there. Hey, all money ain't good money. I ain't going out there.
Y'all keep us in prayer.
I ain't.
Y'all pray Tab to Africa, okay?
I'm okay with Africa. I just ain't doing no safari stuff.
Pray for Chance to his heart to soften on the safari so that I can have a memory with my husband
We ain't.
in the safari.
You don't need no memory with me out there. We got plenty of memory.
Until the next time, y'all go about y'all business.
Man, we ain't even been to Colorado.
Man, have the most amazing day.
We ain't even been there. I'm trying to go see Tobin Fat. We ain't even been to Texas to see Houston. Man, we ain't even been to Houston yet, man.
Even if y'all can't have a good one,
Man, you try to go to Africa.
please don't go messing with nobody else.
I ain't spent more than a week in New York yet. Like I ain't, man, can we go somewhere? We gonna skip Colorado. We ain't seen no Aspen, no snow. We ain't been. I ain't never
went to Utah.
We ain't never been up
We
to
went up
Washington.
to the snow.
We ain't been to Seattle. I ain't never did. But you want to go all the way to Africa?
I've been to Seattle.
I ain't.
God bless y'all. We love y'all. Bye. Thank y'all for watching. And don't forget to click here for more episodes.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Very good.